Hey guys, it's your humble host. Today's video is going to be interesting. Let me just put this out there. As a Christian, I find most of Christian media and ministries to be cringy and out of touch with reality. I know I sure as hell can't relate to it 95% of the time, or it just confuses the hell out of me. With that stated, we will be focusing on a Christian video with its message that Christian women shouldn't be seductive. Got that what the fuck look on your face? Yep, so do I. Let's roll.
Hey, it's Kristen and Bethany here with Girl Defined Ministries, and in today's vlog, we're going to be talking about why Christian girls should be beautiful but not seductive.
Oh shit, this is gonna be one of those videos. Women are pretty, but how dare they be sexy? Hello, Plain Jane. What's your name?
The reason that we really wanted to film this video today is because in the past, whenever we've posted vlogs or posts on the topic of modesty or maybe true beauty, and we're using our beauty as women to reflect Christ's glory.
Blogs as in Tumblr? Please say no. Also, women's beauty isn't just for God's glory. Our beauty is for our men too and ourselves.
Or even topics like modesty, purity, anything along those lines, it seems like it never fails that we always, as we scroll through the comments, we always come across a few comments that read something like this. Christian girls can post whatever images they want if it makes them feel beautiful. Or being beautiful and seductive are the same things and there's nothing wrong with it.
1. To an extent, Christian women can post whatever they wish. It is their business what they want to post and if they're in line with God's word. That's not for you to decide. Yes, there are boundaries in scriptures stating a woman's modesty, but not for you to determine. And 2, seductiveness and beauty can be the same thing. I do believe that one of you is married. Yes, being seductive, especially in the bedroom, is what makes a woman beautiful and can. This is just one example. I'm not advocating for porn here, but it really sounds like you two are against Christian women being seductive at all, which is not healthy or normal.
So the more we've seen comments, it seems like they're popping up more and more and more and becoming really common. It's just really caused the two of us to take a step back and realize, wow, in this modern day and age, it really does seem like modern Christian girls are merging the terms beautiful and seductive, and to a lot of girls, they think that those things mean the same thing.
I really feel like that you two aren't providing enough context for those questions and are being way too vague. It is normal for young women to become more comfortable with their bodies. I have become more feminine and more physically comfortable in my own skin over the past 3 years or so. You guys really need to give specifics. It's one thing for a young woman to dress hootie or like a slut versus dressing seductively. Dressing seductively doesn't always refer to showing off skin or boob. I really feel like you're trying to brainwash people here a bit. What you're saying so far is really confusing to me.
Now, we believe that there really is a massive difference between the word beautiful and the word seductive. And not just because it's our opinion. We're saying we don't want girls to be seductive or we don't want girls to be beautiful. The two of us think beauty is an awesome, wonderful thing. Not because we think it, but because of what we see in God's word. And
again, context. Seductiveness and beauty can be the same thing or two different things depending on the situation, or rather the occasion. If the woman is trying to have sex with her husband or to tease her boyfriend, then by all means she will be seductive. If she's dressed for a wedding or a nice party, then she can be just beautiful. I really hate how vague you two are being here. I actually find it to be quite manipulative. You know, it's shit like this in regards to sex and what it means to be a woman when defined this way that really screws with my head. In the past, I did find it disgusting to be seductive, and in some ways still do. But as I am slowly learning, seductiveness is very much needed. You two blondes are not freaking helping people like myself with your bullshit. Women don't always dress in white. Black is a favorite too, as well as red.
when we open up the Bible, we see passages like Proverbs 31, Titus 2, or even women that God highly praises, but he says, yes, they were beautiful, but he praises them for their character. And
Proverbs 31 talks about the character of a noble wife. Yes, it can be applied to women in general, but that is focusing on what a good wife looks like in regards to taking care of her husband and house. And speaking of good wives, you know they're seductive too, right? Song of Solomon ring any bells? Hello? A good wife is also sexy and is intimate with her man. Seductiveness is required for a good wife to be able to do that, a Christian woman.
And then we see something completely different. If you flip over to chapters like Proverbs 5, Proverbs 7, you see women who are very beautiful, but who have taken their beauty and twisted it for something completely different. And the Bible says these women are seductive. Their hearts are full of self-focusedness, trying to draw people to them in a way that is not honoring to me.
Enough with your manipulative bullshit. Let's really look at Proverbs 5, shall we? That chapter is referring to adultery and not an actual woman. Do you teach abstinence? Only 6 said 2. Proverbs 5 also talks about a man staying satisfied with his own wife. Proverbs 5:19, as a loving, kind, and graceful doe, let her breast satisfy you at all times. This is just a snippet. If you read, starting at chapter 5, verses 15 through 23, that entire thing refers to a man staying satisfied with his own wife and not being lured away by an adulterous, cheating woman. Are you trying to imply that if a woman is seductive, that she is an adulteress? What the hell is wrong with you two? No wonder why there are so many problems when it comes to understanding sex and intimacy teachings from the church. Holy shit.
Are full of self-focusedness, trying to draw people to them in a way that is not honoring to me. And so it doesn't say beauty and seductiveness are the exact same thing. It says, yes, there are beautiful women. I created beauty. It can be a great and wonderful thing if used in purity and holiness for my glory. But
quit brainwashing and manipulating your audience. God created women to be sexy and seductive too, damn it. I'm getting hostile due to my own personal struggle. What you guys are teaching does cause shame and disgust in the bedroom. You guys clearly aren't aware of the possible damage that your words are bringing. Just the teachings of sex from the church alone have caused so many problems. You guys teaching that Christian women can't be seductive can and will have a negative impact on their sex life and intimacy with their husbands. I'm not kidding. Please do some research.
seduction, drawing people's attention to yourself, drawing people's eyes to yourself in a way that is not holy, that is not pure, that is not honoring to Christ, is not a good thing. And we see that very clearly in chapters like Proverbs 5 and Proverbs 7.
Proverbs 5. I've already covered. Let's see what Proverbs 7 actually says. Again, it's telling men to keep away from whorish women. Not seductive women, but whorish meaning adulteresses, women who sleep around, cheat, and are not faithful. Again, you're implying that being seductive means that you are a whore. Why are you two pushing this message? I can understand you trying to get young girls to understand that they don't need to show off their bodies to be beautiful, but shit, what you two are preaching right here is total garbage, and like I said earlier, it does bring about shame and disgust.
So we just want to take a few minutes to really break down the difference between the word seduction and the word beauty.
Oh good, more confusing and manipulative bullshit. Please do share your wisdom with us.
We are honestly convinced that the reason so many of us as modern Christian girls are kind of interchanging the words beauty and seduction is because of this modern culture that we live in. And we see, like if you look at stores like Victoria's Secret, Hollister, stores where when you look in their windows, it's very clear that seduction is something that they're kind of using for advertisement.
Yes, a lot of media, like 50 Shades, for example, does glorify all the wrong things, and yes, sex and seduction is used as advertisement. Allow me to let you in on a secret. You want to know why Christian women turn to such media? It's because any Christian media in general in regards to women or how a woman is never touches upon being sexy or seductive. It's usually looked down upon and shamed. Seductiveness is needed in the bedroom, and young girls are not explained what seduction is for in the bedroom, so they turn to an outlet that understands their natural desire, or at least it seems to. Also, FYI, Victoria's Secret is a lingerie store. You know, sexy underwear for the bedroom life. If sexiness wasn't so damn frowned upon by the church and Christianity as a whole, and there's better media for it Christian-wise, Christian women wouldn't run to things like 50 Shades of Grey. I can attest that I've learned more about seductiveness and sex from secular sources by far than any Christian media or book. Yes, there are more books coming out in the Christian market, thank God, about the healthiness of being sexy and arousal and all that jazz, but because it's been frowned upon for so long, secular media has stepped in and gone, hey, we're going to cover this since you won't. The church has done goofed up in that aspect, but I digress. Moving on.
when we see those things as Christian girls, I think those things are slowly reshaping our minds and reshaping our thinking to say, oh, that's a beautiful woman. She's dressed very seductively. She's posing very seductively. Oh, but that's what's hot. That's what's in. That's what's sexy. That's what's being praised. So, okay, beauty and seduction must mean the same things.
I will give you that a woman's beauty in the media has been twisted, but again, there is nothing wrong with women being seductive or sexy. That is what draws men to us, thank you. What people find seductive and sexy does differ. I will say that the media does take things too far, but again, when I see sexy women and seductive women, I also see confidence. Being seductive is a sign of a confident woman, you know. Not all women are shy and meek. Sorry, we're not all going to be that way. I'd very much like to be more confident and seductive myself. I know my husband would greatly enjoy it, and so would I.
And so without even realizing it, it's not like we're intentionally trying to think this way. We are just kind of being slowly and subtly reshaped by the culture around us to view beauty and seduction as the same things. Yeah, and instead of being shocked and really appalled by the half-naked or even mostly naked women that we're seeing on these billboards and on these posters, instead we're thinking like, oh my goodness, that's what beautiful is. That's what I need to be. And as Christian girls, we're thinking, okay, I need to mimic this in order to really be beautiful.
It's not that we're being brainwashed, it's that we're seeing something that isn't taught in Christian media hardly. You two have read the Song of Solomon, right? The verses in there of the wife being pleased by her husband, the description of each other's bodies. God is not against women being seductive or sexy. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but Christianity, for far too long, has brought shame to intimacy between man and woman, more particularly their behavior with each other when they go to make love and the growth of one's hormones along with mental changes that it brings. Being seductive plays a big part. There is a time to be seductive, yes, and it's not all the time, I do agree, but according to you two, Christian women shouldn't be seductive at all. It's bullshit.
And so the two of us have honestly many times in the past kind of been almost desensitized and almost bought into this mindset thinking like, okay, if I want to really be beautiful, if I really want to be accepted by those
praised
around me, praised, then I need to mimic them and I need to look like them. And sadly, this is not God's best for us as Christian women.
Context, damn it. You two are doing this shit on purpose. You're not specifying anything and being too vague. You're leaving out certain truths. It sounds like someone has insecurity and shame issues. Yes, it's one thing to think that you need to devalue yourself to be accepted. It's another to see something that you're attracted to, or rather something that you want to portray that could bring out the confidence in yourself. I'm not advocating for young girls to post 2D pictures online, but you must understand that there is a desire to be sexy and seductive. Men do like that and do want their women to be that way.
He does not want us to be seductive in order to think that we're beautiful. We should not interchange those words. We should not look at those, posters and think, oh my goodness, I need to dress half naked or I need to post these images on social media in order to be beautiful. So,
oh, now you're giving some context, or at least some direction for us to follow. It's a bit late for that. And the hell with you. You two's shoes are not going to be shaming me in any way for being seductive or dressing sexy. I deal with enough shame as it is. I'll be damned if I let two insecure women shame me about how I dress.
in a nutshell, seduction is really just when we as Christian girls dress in a way, act in a way, pose in a way, post pictures in a way that are intentionally designed to draw people's eyes to us and to our bodies rather than using our bodies to reflect people off of us and to give God glory. So not
No shit, being seductive is used for attraction of people, women with men, wives with their husbands, servants with their boyfriends. Why is this such a foreign concept to you two? Part of God's glory, or rather us glorifying God with our bodies, is using them properly, meaning actually being attractive for our spouses, pleasing each other. Seductiveness plays a big role in that. I really hate Christian media. I'd rather read 50 Shades of Grey than listen to these two talk to me about being attractive or anything related.
beauty and really dive into what that means. So first of all, God is the author and designer and creator of all things beautiful.
Hi, I'm Barbie and everything is fabulous. Don't these two remind you of Barbie? The bright blonde hair and bright pink lipstick? Christian Barbie coming to a store near you. Sorry, I'm done being an asshole. Back to the video.
He made women to be very beautiful, and he designed us to carry the mark of his creativity. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with being beautiful. We are all for women being beautiful and embracing our God-given beauty. All for that, and we see in the Bible that God created us as his beautiful creations, not just for our own glory, not to allure people and draw them to ourselves, but to ultimately reflect back on the beautiful design that God created us to have and use our beauty for his glory.
Sexiness and being seductive is a part of his glory for women. It's how he made women to be. There is a healthy way to be those things, which shame us that are or trying to be. We don't want to be like Barbie, thanks.
Girls should never be used in a way to entice, lure in, distract, and seduce or arouse the people around us.
Bad wives, no seducing your husbands for sex. Bad. Bad women, don't display confidence. Barbie says you must be like them to be beautiful. Barbie's not sexy, so therefore be like Barbie. 2 words, fuck off. And people wonder why I stay the hell away from church and all of its media. Damn.
Use our beauty in a way that selfishly causes people to give us attention and glorify us rather than glorifying our Creator.
Hear that, ladies? How dare you try to be seductive to get your man onto you? I can take it that way, can't I? No, ladies, you can't cause a man to fall for you due to your sexiness. Is that your message? I can no longer tell. Brainwashing at its core here. Twist the truth and make as many general statements as you can. I really hope you guys don't try to give any sex advice. You'd ruin people's relationships or damage them further with your teachings.
Thing from hot looks and sensual poses. True beauty really is found in a girl who loves Jesus and is striving to reflect him through her life.
That is true, but oh fuck it. You two aren't going to listen. I'm tired of repeating myself. You got anything else besides repeating the same bullshit?
How do I do this? What does this exactly look like? So let me read you a few things that might help you understand this on a more down-to-earth level.
Yes, just nod your head like an idiot and bring no substance or objection to the conversation. No substance whatsoever. I'm just going to nod like a bimbo and agree with everything without providing thoughts of my own that I'm actually thinking or attempting to. Can I go home now?
Having fun with pictures, but being wise enough to know where to draw the line. It's wearing fashionable clothing, but knowing what sexual styles to avoid.
Know where to draw the line, you actually have to go some distance in order to do that. Also, what the hell do you mean by avoiding certain sexual or sexy styles? And there again with that Fuck, is that all you're going to say? Do you have any objections or questions to specify what she means? Am I missing something here?
Beauty is knowing how to wear makeup to enhance your natural beauty, but not going overboard with it. True beauty is caring more about being pure before God than striving for the likes and comments of your friends online. That's a hard one for all of us. Yeah. True beauty is a desire to use your life and photos to influence others towards Christ and his holiness, not away from him.
Back to the online thing now. Why couldn't that just be the focus of this video and be targeted at younger girls instead of Christian women as a whole? You can still be pure and seductive, and I bet it's a hard thing for you too, seeing how you're trying to shame other women who are seductive and confident. You two can really take a lesson from them, I'm sure.
See that beauty and seductiveness are really 2 totally different things.
Nope, all I can see is that you two don't know what the hell you're talking about, or you're purposely trying to mislead people. You know, I've seen this tactic before. Let's sham the entirety of something and not explain anything to prevent the young people from doing it. What idiots. You know that shit don't work, right? It never does. If anything, more Christian women are just gonna look at you like you're stupid and continue to seek more secular sexual material. Way to further the problem, Barbie, and to think that you used to be able to teach the young girls of America. Boy, have you gone down the drain.
Now we get that this is a really big, hard topic, and sometimes, like Bethany said, it's like, how do I actually practically live that out? Girl, we get it. We are all in this together. It really
Like fuck, we're in it together. Don't group me in with you. Oh no, I want none of your bullshit. And how we're to live that out? Simple. You don't. I'm not taking any beauty advice from you, and neither should anyone else. You guys have your message all kinds of messed up, not to mention manipulative and shameful. Oh no, take your bullshit and get.
really is a daily battle. And with the rise of social media, we feel that temptation too to post pictures in certain ways because you know they're probably going to get more likes. But as Christian girls, we have to remember our ultimate purpose is to not bring glory to ourselves, but ultimately to glorify God. So
trust me, we get the God thing, I do at least, but shit. The point has been made. I have a headache now, thanks. You two clearly don't know what all implies as God's glory for women and how he actually made us. If I want to post a sexy picture, damn it, I'm going to do so, and no, sexy and seductive doesn't always mean less dressed or scantily clad.
in this video, we really hope you don't walk away feeling like we gave you a list of rules, because that's not our intention. Our goal in this video is to simply encourage you as a Christian girl in your walk with God to use your life, your photos, your outward appearance, everything you do to reflect the glory and purity of Christ.
Nope, no rules at all. And that was encouragement? Dude, I feel like I just got scolded for trying to be more confident and more sexually expressive. If anything, you're trying to shame women from expressing themselves more in order to promote purity or to keep the younger girls from acting slutty. This is not a new tactic or strategy used by the church. It's rather old and has far lost its impact. I'm all for remaining modest and self-respect, but don't tell me that I can't be seductive or arousing. I don't even want to know what your sex life looks like. It can't be good if you're preaching this shit. This video ended up being more personal than I intended, but damn, something needed to be said. They just agree with each other and don't have an actual conversation about where, when, and why being seductive is different from beauty, and when it can be the same thing. The hell with these two. I stay far away from Christian media as much as possible. I feel like it's too out of touch and shames a lot of things, not to mention just how fucking cringy it can be. To be fair, I can see what they're trying to do, but these two are so bad at it or very ill-informed about their topic. For women like me who struggle with our confidence and wanting to be able to express ourselves more sexually without shame, this garbage does not help but make our problems worse. Yes, I'm being vulnerable here as I know that I am not the only woman to struggle with this. It's not an easy thing to deal with. Either way, I've said what I've needed to. I'm going to bugger off. See you guys in the next video.